Hello, this is ASP.NET Web API tutorial part 6. In this tutorial, we are going to explain you Web API routing concept and how to configure the routing table for a Web API and how to configure different controllers or different routing path for different controller in the Web API project. Here you can see there are two types of routing concepts, and this can be supported by Web API also. One is conventional based routing and another is attribute routing. So in the conventional based routing, we are defining the properties in the Web API config file, and there we are giving some routing template, and we are giving some name and defaults, and this is a method where we are passing all these parameters, and it is adding all these properties to the routing table. And in Web API uses routing template to determine which controller and which action method to execute. At least one routing template must be added to the table in order to handle various HTTP requests. So for that reason only one, and that is the default one, will be added to the Web API config class. So here you can see this adds the default route using convention based routing. The config.routes is a route table or route collection of type HTTP route collection. The default API route is added to the routing table by using map HTTP route extension method, and in this method we are passing different parameters, and this method internally creates a new instance of HTTP route and adds it to the HTTP route collection. And the following table lists parameter of map HTTP route method. You have seen already the map HTTP route method contains name, defaults and route template, constraints and handler. This is name of the route, URL pattern, and these are the defaults. Constraint also we can give, and handler to which the request will be dispatched. And separately also we can add, you can see here we are creating an instance of HTTP route which will be returned from create route method, and here we are passing the controller configurations, and here we are passing the defaults, and it will return a default route, and it will return a route object, and we are adding that to the HTTP route collection. Here is client, and here your Web API service. Client sends a HTTP GET request where you will see localhost, port number, API, student. Student is the controller, and this is a GET method. So it will call the student controller GET method, student controller's GET action method, and then it will send a response to the client. Similarly, for post method, it will execute the student controller's post method, and for post, request body is required, and after execution it will send the response. The Web API will send the response to the client. So Web API routing specifies to which controller and which action method should be called. And the Web API also supports ASP.NET MVC action controller type also. Configuring multiple routing. How to configure different routing for the same web application. You can see here, this is for school route for a this is for school, and this is for default web API. Whenever client sends a request from the browser, it will start search from the starting of the register method. If it is not a school request, then it will go to the default one, but if it is a school request like API my school one or something, then it will be serviced by the school route. So if a request is not handled by anyone, then it will come to the default route option. So in this way we can set different routing path in the register method. How to do a attribute routing. For attribute routing, we have to specify the route path on a method name. Suppose this is a get method of student controller, and if I am writing API/student names to the route attribute, that means if we'll execute by this base address plus this address, then the get method will be called. So this is called as attribute routing. Route attribute defines a new route, which is this path, and this will be handled the get action method of student controller. An HTTP GET request to this path, you can see localhost 1234 API student names will return a list of student names. So in this way you can configure different routings to the web API project. So this is for today, and if you want to get new updates on any tutorial, you can subscribe to my channel, and thanks for watching.